Everybody point at her. Pradeepa, you're a fire eater.
Pradeepa, you're a fire eater.
Did you eat your lunch properly?
Did you eat your lunch properly?
Super Wednesday. Pradeepa, you're a powerful presenter.
Pradeepa, you're a powerful presenter.
Pradeepa, you're fire.
Pradeepa, you're fire.
Pradeepa, you're experience.
Pradeepa, you're experience.
Pradeepa, you add value to people's lives.
Pradeepa, you add value to people's lives.
Pradeepa, you're confident.
Pradeepa, you're confident.
You're charismatic.
You're charismatic.
You're a powerful presenter.
You're a powerful presenter.
You're a superb trainer.
You're a superb trainer.
You're a superb human.
You're a superb human.
A show of hands, how many of you want to be happy? A show of hands, how many of you want to be successful? Welcome you all to my program, Assertive Communication. I'm Pradeepa. Thank you for being here. The fact that you are shows that you are committed to take communication to the next level. I promise I will give you my 100%. There are 3 key takeaways of this program. Communication will help you to move forward in your life and make yourself happy. When you really want to say yes, you should say yes. Yes. You start to say no. And what are the assertive behaviors? Before we get into the session, do I have your permission to talk more about me? Yes. Thank you. I'm Pradeepa. I would like to share a story of mine when I just completed my graduation. I started my career as a government school counselor, where I have assigned to go to schools that are nearby to my place. I have 6 schools to go a day in a week. One day, a senior called me and asked me to take this school, which was very far away from my place, that would go. I have to take more than 2.5 hours to travel and deliver 1 hour session to the students. I really don't want to do it. But I said, I took up the project, the bus, very late to the session. I couldn't deliver my program. It was a hard day for me. I realized it was all a waste of my time, effort, and school. Why saying no? I was thinking about it. No, I was scared and peer pressure. I had some job insecurity too. So I took up the project and I failed in it. So that point of time, I realized assertive communication is so much important to each and every one of us. In this program, we are going to learn about assertive communication. Let's get started. Say how many people here? Say I. Yes. The name of the game is Getting Together, and it's a blindfold game. You have to find a partner. Daily objects will be placed in front of you. First person has to pick up an object, describe the object. You got to take the name of an object, put a class. Actually, we just give the description of the object. So the other person has to pick up the same object. Okay, this is the, and then you have to switch. Other person has to pick up first the object. He has to, and the opposite person has to take the same object. You have 2 minutes of time, and then yes, 2 minutes of time to complete the game. Shall we start? Say I.
How many objects?
Just 4. Shall we start? Say how you are ready for the game. Say I. Any questions?
Yeah. 2, he has to identify 2.
Yes. Yes.
The thing which must be identified, we have to keep it.
Yes. Keep it aside, and so that you have to pick up the other person start again. Right? Clear? Shall we get started?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. This is a clean cloth. Okay, so don't worry. The blindfold cloth. Find a partner first. Find a partner. Everyone have a partner? Yes? Both are two? Yes. Any doubts in the game? Yes.
Both are the time.
Next, can you just help me or?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I will. Okay. Let's see, break for a moment. Shall I start?
Yes.
Same time, touch it. Let's move one of the back. And start.
You have to say to partner,
Yes.
Play.
chocolate.
The chocolate from my sister. What is that now?
Okay. I got battery.
Next.
Battery.
I will.
What you got?
Other person has to pick up the object first person says. And then switch.
Yeah, I got one.
Um,
Keep it. Next.
somebody.
So my
No, you have to find out the chocolate.
It's a chocolate.
Battery.
Shell like thing.
Got?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to finish.
Yes.
You finish.
We finished. Yeah, we
Finish.
finished.
You're finished.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And time. Yes. Time. So you guys finished in 1 minute, 9 seconds. So just open your whiteboard, give it back to me. Yes. Yeah, thank you. Remove this. Thank you. Thank you all for your participation. Please give yourself a big round of applause. See how many of you had fun?
Hi.
How many of your participation is equal to?
Fun.
Participation is equal to?
Fun.
Fun. Yes. Fun is equal to? Value. So, anyone willing to share values of you learn from this game? Who would be willing to share values from this game? Yes?
Like first we were thinking like whether we will be able to identify the things or not. We were thinking the other partner will like be able to identify or not. But it was an easy game. We managed like it was not that tough. So it was easy to identify the thing and the other partner was also cooperative. So everything went smoothly.
Okay, what skill you used?
Communication.
Since the communication was proper, we could find out the things in the
Yeah.
proper.
Yes. Please give yourself a big round of applause. So communication is everything, right? Communication is of three styles. You can see this? Yeah. What is it? Yes. And then passive. This.
Assertive.
So, our training program is about assertive. Let's see assertive. How will aggressive people will show their communication? How will they communicate?
They will be very direct.
Yes. So they will blame. They will be offensive. Are they polite? Or harsh? Yes. They will be angry.
Very rude.
Yes. So how will you respond to these kind of people, aggressive people?
Either we ignore them at times, either even we become aggressive.
And the same way,
Yes.
they reflect in the same way.
Yes. So being assertive is most important here. So if the some person is blaming you, you should be able to say, sir, blaming will not help to resolve the solution. Yes. If someone is offensive, you can use I messages. What are I messages? I messages is a statement of ourselves added with a feeling, and you have to state the problem without blaming. See? If a person is offensive, you can say, I find that comment offensive. You have I messages, feeling in that, I find that comment offensive, and then state a problem without blaming. Yes? And then angry. If someone is angry, you all said you will reflect or you will also be angry. But instead of doing that, assertive response is more important. If someone is angry and out of control, you can say, I would like to listen to you, but not in this way. This is assertive response, right? Let's stop here until you calm down. You can say this is assertive response. Second, when you do mistakes, how do you feel when you do mistake? Yes, you feel small. Is that so? Yes. And then, what the other person will do if you do any mistake? Let us know.
Scoff.
Yes, they will try to manipulate us. Yes. What will the assertive response be? What will you do if you have done any mistake? Again, you have to be assertive rather than being passive.
Apologize.
Yes, and then
Commit that next time I will not make that.
yes, you can also use I messages. I'm sorry I have done this mistake, but I would like to learn from the mistake. This is an assertive response. If someone is manipulating you, what would you do? You can say, sir, I would like to learn from you how you handle this. Yes, you can say you should be assertive even if you do some mistakes. And then third, criticize. Someone is criticizing you in an abusive way. How do you respond? We see in YouTube videos or any posts in any celebrity meets, most of them they'll say abusive words, right? So how do you respond assertively if you find anyone criticizing you? Sorry? Yes, you can say, I find that comment abusive rather than a genuine criticism. This is assertive response you can say. Otherwise, you can also say, can you be specific where and when I have and went wrong and what can be done? Can you say that? This is the assertive response. Unreasonable request. See, in my case, I had unreasonable request. I really don't want to go to that school to take up the counseling session there. But I was passive. I said yes, and I went there. I went through a lot of pain. So, if someone is giving unreasonable request, it is not your priority to do. Not your priority, or you do not want to do. How will you say? I understand this work is important, but in my case, I'm saying, I understand this work is important, but I'm unable to go to that school because it's very far from my place. I should have said in assertive way to my senior rather than saying passively, yes. So this is the unreasonable request. Last, conflict. So what will most of us do in conflict situations? Yes. Yes, we will become aggressive. Conflict can happen anywhere at home or at work. First of all, we should not escalate from the conflict situation. We should always use I messages here. I messages is more important in conflict situations. How will you say I messages? Conflict? Yes. If someone is angry or shouting at you or yelling at your home or work, you can say that. But it's aggressive also different. Yes, it's the same. So most of them is a very here. What will people do will escalate and they try to avoid because at home at work and all personally things so we will move off. Okay, but we should not escalate. You should be able to say I messages. I feel embarrassed when you do this. I feel very uncomfortable when you do this. You can say you can use lot of I messages. I'm really hurt because of this. You can use assertive responses even in conflict situations rather than passively running away from the situation or reflect aggressive as you said. No, we should not reflect aggressively. We should be able, even in conflict situations, we are able to stand for assertive communication. What are the assertive behaviors? But only assertive communication along with assertive behaviors only help you to communicate properly to the other person. The main assertive behaviors are maintain erect posture, maintain direct eye contact, make sure your voice is clear and audible, and then check for your quality of tone. Because assertiveness is sometimes misunderstood as aggressiveness because of the high tone. You're saying assertive communication, but your quality of voice tone will be high, so they will understand as aggressive, right? So always check for the quality of voice tone. Last but not the least, use gestures, facial expressions to add emphasis on your words, right? So these are the assertive communication, freestyle, aggressive, passive, and assertive. Assertive responses for aggressive people, they will mistakes, criticizing, unreasonable requests, conflict situations, along with assertive behaviors. Clear? Any doubts until this? Right? So how do you feel ready for the game? Say I.
Aye.
Yes. So you have to find a different partner right now. I will be giving you a chit. You have to, as a team, you have to come and pick up one chit and you have to discuss with your partner. You'll have 2 minutes of time to discuss and then you're going to do role play here on the stage. Right? Shall we start? First pair up as a team. Yes. One. You leave some gap. You have 3 minutes of time. 5 minutes. The 2 minutes started already. We have you have to assert a response. If possible, go with one aggressive or passive. Aggressive or passive. But assertive responses must be. Or yes.
You have to play like
Like one has to be aggressive and one has to be.
Yes. Yes. One person has to give assertive response to the situation. One person has to give aggressive or passive response. Any doubts? Yes. Discuss among yourselves.
Other than that,
1 minute over, 1 minute more. Yes. One minute.
See, we mentioned right that we have got this. Only one sentence is enough.
Yes. There's not a percentage. Past tense is. And time. Yes, who is coming first? So please give me your version. You are waiting to pay for some shopping, but two sales assistants in the counter are in a deep conversation and appears to be ignoring you.
Excuse me, can you please give me the bill so that I can pay?
I'm aggressive. Excuse me, you don't want me to pay or what? Should I leave from here? So, yes, next team. You go to a restaurant and order your favorite food, but waiter gives you the wrong meal.
I ordered for two with carrot chutney, but he gave me coconut chutney. Anna, he gave me and yes, Anna, I didn't ask for carrot chutney. I want carrot chutney.
What are you talking? There are so many customers who is ordering what I don't know. You could have been specific while ordering.
Okay, now we are on the ingredients.
But aggressive, she has to reply in aggressive way.
Again,
See, you are a customer.
You are a customer, we are a customer. I am responding to you now. For like,
You're an aggressive customer right now.
I'm a aggressive customer.
customer. No, you are not.
No,
You are
she spoke in a polite way. Opposite, you have to speak.
Okay. What is this? I don't know. I don't understand these waiters, what they get. We order something and they bring something. Your amma going to eat this? I don't like all this chutneys. Get away. I don't want. I'm leaving the restaurant.
You and your kids are in the park and you see a stranger smoking and your kids are playing.
Okay, so she's the mother and the guy that's cooking. So she'll just.
So I go with the address first.
Okay.
Hey, what? Are you out of your mind? Don't you see the kids playing here?
Sorry, ma'am, not to make this mistake, and I just go somewhere else and just smoking the smoking.
Good, that's good.
But no, please.
Now I'm the stranger and please.
You are going to smoke now.
Excuse me, sir. It would be acceptable if you go somewhere else and smoke because my kids are playing and I can't afford many things.
I'm sorry, I didn't see the kids, sorry.
No, she was aggressive, now I am assertive.
How many of you had fun? Yes. Thank you for your participation. Please give yourself a big round of applause. And equal to fun. Yes. How many of you had fun? Say I. Fun is equal to values. What are the values you learn from this game? Can anyone please come to the stage and share your values?
See, it is actually like how we communicate. If we communicate politely, we can make the complicated things to be done in an easy way. You know, it will not go, it will not end up in fight. We can make things happen in easy way if we are the subject.
Yes, please give us a big hand. Yes. Can you do Insta share? Please, everyone tell. One word about the values you learned from this game. Starting from her.
We learn how to communicate, like we can be polite as well as we can be aggressive. So ending up the quarrel, it's better to be adapt assertively.
Yes, one word.
Being polite is better than being aggressive. If we get that anything with polite.
You?
Being assertive will, like, you will also have a peace of mind, the other person will also have.
Perfect.
Right.
Yes.
Positive impact, if we are being assertive, then the other person will have a positive impact and he will make sure that he does not repeat the mistake.
Yes,
Okay.
of course. Yes.
When we are assertive, we may avoid the quarrels. When we are aggressive, the other person also may reverse you what aggressive. So you must be ready to face it and quarrel starts.
Yes, exactly. So to conclude, communication is a skill that reflects whom we are. If we show aggressive behavior, people will label us aggressive person. If we walk away passively, will we be happy? No. Right? Being assertive will help you to make yourself happy and you will get what you want only by being assertive. So assertive communication is so much important. When you really want to say no, you still have to say no happily without thinking what other person would be thinking about you. Right? So in this program, we learned about importance of communication, communication styles, assertive communication, assertive behaviors through blindfold game, and also through role play method. And assertiveness is also a skill that should be learned and practiced by frequent practice. Learn and maintain by frequent practice. Right? Practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. Yes. Please feel free to fill my evaluation form. These are the handouts I'm giving to you. Few assertive statements and then assertive behavior. Just pass it down. Yes. You. You are done? each and everyone for your active participation. And I'd like to thank everyone and coach to giving us such a wonderful opportunity and his whole team. Are there any questions? Yes, please.
Is it possible in every situation and everyone giving us an answer?
Yes, it's possible. Only by frequent practice, we can make any aggressive or conflict situations also being assertive. Yes, we can. Are there any questions? So thank you so much for your participation. Thank you for giving me such wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Done, give a big round of applause. When you question this thing, you stand in the center. You should stand in the center. Only while answering, you go to the side. And you should ask, did you answer did you answer the question?
See the answer.
You receive the answer, and after the feedback answers, questions are done. After you complete the why part, then the answer complete should come. No. You have completed the program.
Yes.
You completed the program, then you are asking other questions.
So between the games or
No, after the game, after you've done the right part, then you submit. Understood? Then only it doesn't come. No, you cannot come at the end. You saw she also asked questions. No, we asked questions. When you complete the program, you ask people for feedback, correct? After that, you finish the program, then you ask.
I asked in between once I asked the other 8 questions. Only once I asked.
Yeah. Okay, one thing there, don't say I. People who are moving next, don't say I. Say I, that is there, correct? Say I, don't do that. I have trained you to say I. It's something that I trained you people. But outside when you guys are doing training, right now, assume that you're doing trainings to strange, a completely unknown audience. Don't say I. They will not know what this person will be. Correct? I explained how to say I. Correct?